Hello, hair loss sisters. I wanted to give an update on the 8.5 by 9-inch Breeze ultra breathable lace top topper. This is the new SwissLuxe line, which is absolutely gorgeous and undetectable. And before I go over my update on it, I have reviews you can go back and look at, but I wanted to really highlight the cap on this. You have a really good 8.5 by 9-inch circumference. I think is really, really good. I have progressive hair loss. I don't know if you can really tell, so you probably can, but I have a significant amount of hair loss. So with that, I need at least an 8-inch topper. This is 8.5 by 9, so it's great coverage. It looks like machine wefts, but they are breathable. You can kind of see, like whenever I lift it up, you can kind of see through it a little bit, which means you're going to get a lot of airflow through there, which is great for the summertime. And then you have all of this space for parting, which is amazing. That means if you're not a straight down the middle parter, like a lot of us elder millennials, then you can move this from side to side. And with this being such good quality, it's pretty easy to move. The lace tops are, if you get a silk top, they're a lot harder to move the part. You've got to wet them, you got to do a whole bunch. I feel like it's a little bit easier with a lace top. And you've got, with this one, it's unique in the fact that you only have 4 clips here. A lot of the top, even some of my other UniWigs toppers have that clip right here, which I really like. And I believe they provided an extra clip, so you can go in and sew that. I'm not handy with a needle and thread, so I probably won't. But that is, I mean, maybe I would eventually, or get someone to help me do it, but that's a good place to have as another one. But regardless, you still have 4 of the bendy clips, which are great. And they work really well, and I feel like they're very comfortable. I don't know if it's because it has like this little plastic piece on it. I don't feel like my other ones do. I'll have to check, but I feel like these are really comfortable, which is good. The whole hair piece itself is good. And if you watched any of my last videos, then you saw that I was having trouble getting the lace to lay down. It kept bowing up right here. And so I got some lace tape off of Amazon, very inexpensive. And it said you can wear it, I can't remember, some crazy amount of hours. And I literally think I got 30 minutes in before the lace started pilling up. And that could have been because I had makeup on. I tried to wipe it off, but maybe it wasn't a clean enough surface. Like maybe next time I'll use alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, to go across it before I stick the tape down. But it did not last very long. Now, if I would press on it, it would be fine. I was constantly pressing on it throughout the day to make sure that it wasn't sliding back, and I was like in fear that it was going to slide back, and then you would see the tape and all of that. So I wasn't super impressed with the tape, but it did provide some extra stability and security to the hair piece. And I wore it out in the wind in Oklahoma. If you're familiar with Oklahoma at all, oddly enough, we're very windy. I don't know why Chicago is the windy city. It should be Oklahoma, but I digress. So all that said, this is the cap. I really, really, really like this cap. I just wish it had that extra clip here, but again, they send you with extra clips, so you can sew one in. It's not that big of a deal. So I am going to, oh, I gotta part my hair, right. I'm gonna put it on. I just wanted to kind of follow up with my review on the lace tape. If you know of any better lace tape, please let me know. I really just don't ever use it. And so that's why I think I just picked like the top rated one on Amazon and didn't have good luck with it. But I will say, ever since I cut the lace, because the issue was mostly before I cut it, ever since I cut it, it's not as noticeable, but it's still kind of there. Like I said, I wore her all day to test out that lace and didn't have good luck with the lace, but I absolutely loved wearing this piece. And I'll tell you why. I wore it, which you might see in some of my other clips, or on Instagram. I've posted some videos. I wore it up in a clip, and I just thought it was so so effortless, so like breezy and kind of, you know, sexy. And it's hot here, so it was, you know, comfortable. And I kind of just pull it out just a little bit. And then this is how I wore her. I went to dinner with my husband out and about on a date night and loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. He liked it too. He really liked, I think he liked the updo a little bit. He thought it was cute, but this is pretty much how I wore it. You can see some better photos. If they're still up, I'll try to save them to highlights on my Instagram. But this is my bio hair. So that's how well it blends in. And I mean, this is what I love. This is why I love toppers. This and wearing them under hats to work out in. I mean, I love it. This is a really good piece, especially if you are a beginner hair wearer. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you have enough hair, starting out with hair toppers before you just take the plunge to wigs, so that you can get comfortable seeing yourself with hair. Because you saw, I had this off a minute ago, I had no hair. I was used to seeing myself like that day in and day out for years. So when I first transitioned to toppers, the toppers felt like a wig, like a whole massive head of hair. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. But then I got used to it. I got my confidence back. Then I switched to wigs and I kind of started that process all over again. But anyways, I really, 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 I highly recommend toppers if you can do it with your thinning hair, for beginners, for girls, women going through menopause that get hot really easily, for athletic girls who want to work out. It's so good under a hat. And yes, I know some people think, oh, why wear a hat, or why wear hair if you're just going to wear a hat? There is a big difference when your ponytail is like 3 strands thick and then you have something more like this. I mean, that's a big difference. And so it's confidence boosting, and they fit great under hats. So yeah, definitely recommend it. I recommend this piece simply because of that lace, and that hairline is so undetectable, especially if you can get it to lay down a little bit better than I did. So that's my kind of follow up with the things that I promised I'd follow you up with. I pretty much wear it straight. I know in my last video I tried curling her. Yes, I have my flat iron on because I had to straighten her out some because I had worn her up in a clip. But it curls great. I'm just not great with curling it all the way around. If you're good with that, then go for it. You know, this will be perfect for you. I like the length. This is the 12-inch, 130% density, which is different than a wig if you're used to wearing wigs. 130% density on a wig is a lot more hair than on a topper, just FYI. But yeah, she's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. And before I forget, there's a couple more things I want to say. UniWigs is having their 12-year anniversary in August. They're going to offer giveaways and all kinds of goodies and stuff. So stay tuned. Follow them on social media. I follow them on Instagram. I think it's uniwigs.helperhair or something like that. But you can easily find them on Instagram. But they are going to be giving away some goodies and having some deals and steals for their anniversary. And if you use my code GenC15, you will save 15%. And if you know anything, you know that any amount you can save is totally worth it with Helper Hair. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to see with this piece or the other pieces that I've shared. I also have wigs, you know, as well, but I have 2 other UniWig toppers that I wear a lot as well. One with highlights, one that dries curly, that's perfect for my curly hair. So let me know if you want to see anything else, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Bye.